I'm lucky enough to be here at the MCN motorcycle show. Lots of bikes here, but of course, Ace Cath, all that history. Got to come to the Triumph stand. Love the bikes, and there's a new one making its UK public debut today at the show, the Triumph Street Triple. I've got the old model, love it to bits, ride it daily. I want one of these new ones, and I've got Luke here from Triumph. So I'm going to try and persuade him to let me have one of these. But on a more serious note, as it were, Triumph, in a marketplace that is full of all sorts of machines, Triumph's got a fantastic range of bikes, from the classics and the retros through to the huge Rocket 3s. My money is on this stuff, this modern three-cylinder.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I mean, this is a massive launch for Triumph. It's a massive bike. It's first one was out in 2007. You were talking earlier on about having your own bike. There's been a few gens since then, but as a biker, from a biker's perspective, there's nothing that you can't really, that you can dislike about this bike, because compared to that Street Triple, that first gen and the second gen that was so popular, this one's got better brakes, it's got higher spec suspension, it's got a new bored-out engine derived from the Daytona 675, so it's faster, it's lighter, better tyres. Basically, everything is a higher spec. The finish, it's more detailed now. As I said, there's nothing that you can really dislike about the bike. It's just a higher performer, it's better looking, and it's the most advanced as well in terms of electronics. So now you've got rider modes, you've got switchable traction control, ABS, you've got that TFT full screen colour dash. It is the most advanced bike really in our range, and it is a proper cherry, it really is.
Waxing lyrical again about this particular model, or the model series, if I'm not mistaken, I've had the good fortune to have ridden each of the models as they've come out over the years.
Yeah.
And with each new model, there's been, as you've just described for this one, the advance of technology and the application of all sorts of bits and bobs, but I've never really been able to translate that into, I wonder what that's like, until I've got on to that next model, and it's been quite transformational. So I really keenly await the opportunity to ride one of these, and I'm sure they're going to be in the dealers.
We don't have a confirmed date just yet, but expect springtime is when we're likely to see them, and they'll be priced at £8,000 for the S model, then go up a notch to the R, that's 8,900, and then 9,900 for the RS, and that is obviously the top mammoth.
Yes. So on the RS, what are the key bits that differentiate between the RS and that, I'll say, base model?
So compared to the S model, the RS has got higher specification suspension at the front and the rear, so you get Öhlins fully adjustable shock at the rear, compression, rebound, damping, preload, all that stuff. You've got Showa big piston forks at the front, again fully adjustable. You've got more power, so the S makes 113 PS. The RS is slightly more tuned in the ECU. You get 123 PS, so a bit more torque, a bit more horsepower. You get an extra riding mode in with the ECU through the ride-by-wire, so you've now got track mode on there. And the RS is kind of being branded as the ultimate track tool, but also street weapon. So it's a bike that you can thrash on the road and it'd be really compliant on the road, but also when you take it on track, it's got that Super Corsa, the Super Corsa tyres, the Pirellis, it's got the high spec suspension, it's got really powerful Brembo M50 monoblock brakes, it's got the extra riding mode in the dash. It is kind of like the highest specification really that you can get on a street bike like this, and of course at 9,900 it's actually priced very competitively as well.
Well, having this great affection to I'm English, here we are in London. Yeah. Fantastic bikes, forgive me saying this, Honda, Ducati, Kawasaki, but the old heartstrings are tugged at with Triumph. And I guess what you're perhaps describing, what I read into that, with these advances and improvements to this new model, is perhaps akin to the Thruxton, where there's a wonderful retro classic machine Triumph brought out a year or two ago, quite a delight, and of course they trump it with this 1200 Thruxton now. And my experience of riding that 1200, which I like to think is going to be a similar experience to this Street Triple, is that the worse the traffic and the tougher the conditions, the more demand you're putting on that bike, the better the ride.
Yeah.
Because of the brakes, because of the suspension, because of the rubber, and obviously because of that power.
Yeah.
So Triumph done a wonderful job, in my view, with the Suction series and giving it taste and speed, and tears come to my eyes. So I look forward to being able to have a go on one of these. Please,
yeah,
Mr.
I know.
Triumph.
God, you've not dropped that hint enough times
Yeah.
yet. I mean, yeah, as you were saying, Triumph is a brand that likes to look into the past. We've got a modern classics range. We've got a load of great bikes, and that is really important. But development is also really important. As you say, the old 900cc air-cooled, oil-cooled Thruxton was a great bike, but that doesn't mean that we can't move it forward. And so now it does have some of those electronics. It's got a faster engine, and it's just been spruced up and brought up to modern day standards. And so many people have put down orders for those bikes. They're massively popular. They are a brilliant bike, and that's what we're looking to do with this. It's not change up the recipe entirely. We want it to still be a street triple because everyone loves a street triple.
Yeah.
But we need to move it forward, and that's what we're doing with this bike. It's faster, it's lighter, so that power to weight ratio is key. It's got more electronics. As I said, there's nothing to dislike on this bike. It really is top of the range. And if you've liked the first gen Street Triple or the second gen, it's kind of guaranteed that you'll like this one.
Well, as I say, very personal. Ridden lots of bikes from lots of different makes. These are a bit special to me. And my proclivities.
Yeah.
Street Triple every time. In the dealers again when?
Still springtime.
Springtime. So
yeah.
get to your dealers, get your name on that list to have a go on one of these, have a demo ride.
And I'll get you a press load as well sometimes, so you
Look
seem
forward to
desperate
it. I'll
to
look
ride
forward
it.
to holding you to that.
Nice one, thank you, Mark.
All the best for Triumph, all the way.